Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, EQA Nostalgia here, and do you know that feeling when you're right in the middle of something but you have to put it on hold because something more important pops up? That's what just happened to me. I was literally rendering my Division video talking about 1.4 and all the changes coming in October, and then boom, Resident Evil 7 leaks happen. The ESRB released some information, and I'm going to warn you guys right now, these are spoilers. If you're trying to not hear about the story or anything that has to do with it, you want to go in blind like really I do, but I have an obligation to talk about this stuff with you guys. If I had it my way, I wouldn't want to know this stuff. But at this point, if you don't tune out, it's on you. It's on you. Spoilers, okay? You can hear in my voice how excited I am about this because this pleases me very much. Now, I was worried about the Lantern gameplay trailer. I think a lot of people were. We want to see where's the fucking action. We don't want to run and hide and seek. Well, they leaked that there's going to be obviously pistol and shotgun, but there's also going to be a flamethrower and a fucking chainsaw. You're going to get a chainsaw. So this game's going to be a little bit more on the brutal side of things, kind of like what Resident Evil 4 did. I mean, that game was pretty brutal if the chainsaw dude got a hold of you. Oh, yeah. So that's where they're going with this, and this makes me very happy. And they've also said that you're going to see somebody lose their arm from a fucking chainsaw. You're going to see somebody lose their leg at the knee from a shovel. Someone's going to get a shovel put into their fucking face. So this is the kind of stuff that I want to see in Resident Evil. That I don't think we've really seen too much of it. There's been some of it here and there, but even playing the demo, you got that vibe that this looks like it's going to be a lot more brutal because you got that Texas Chainsaw vibe. Now, speaking of that Texas Chainsaw vibe, they spoke about who this family is. They're called the Booth family, and the main character, the protagonist that you're playing as, his name is Ethan, and he's looking for his wife. So that definitely echoes Silent Hill 2. The whole chainsaw thing is throwing back to Resident Evil 4. And then, of course, with the standard, just the gun, shotgun, flamethrower kind of loadout, that reminds you of Resident Evil 1. This makes me very happy. Now, I forgot to mention there's also going to be explosives. I don't know if that means they're going to have the grenade launcher. I hope that's what that means. I don't know if it just means that you're going to be able to throw grenades. Maybe they'll have both. I don't know. But this sounds very Resident Evil 1, and that's the feeling that I got, guys, from the demo, and a lot of people couldn't see that. So many people couldn't see the Resident Evil 1 that was all over this because it wasn't fixed camera angles and tank controls. I'm telling you, that's the very vibe I got from it, that feeling of, fuck, I don't want to go around the corner because I'm terrified of what's going to be there. That's the feeling I got, that very minimalistic feeling. Like Resident Evil 2 felt like it was geared up a bit. It was amped up a bit more. You got more ammo, you were killing more enemies. It wasn't a bad thing, but it just kept getting more and more crazy with the weaponry. I wanted things kind of scaled back to basics, what Resident Evil 1 was, and I definitely get that vibe from this game. That makes me happy. I'm a massive fan of the remake of the original Resident Evil and the original Resident Evil, but I view remake as just a superior product because it did more of what I wanted. It just improved on what the original was. So I'm so excited for this now. Now, some of this stuff, we've already known about it already, but the way that it's been put into context and the way that the picture looks to be being put together here, this looks like a phenomenal game. It has all the makings to be something that I think a lot of people are looking for and they didn't think they were going to get. I know a lot of people were looking at the demo saying, oh, I don't want any paranormal shit, and I don't want to be walking around with no weapons, and I don't want to have to run and hide, because that's what it looked like we were going to get. Now with all of this laid out in front of you, you can start to see the story that they're weaving here. You can start to see how it's going to go up and down. You're probably going to have a lot of surprises and shit. It's going to be brutal, and the weaponry looks fucking fantastic. Now I have to say, this leak kind of sucks, and you have to hear me out. The reason why I think that it sucks, now, it's not that much. They haven't revealed that much. They're just showing the weapons, and they're talking a little bit about the storyline, but at the same time, Tokyo Game Show is right around the corner. So Capcom probably had something action-related lined up, and it would have blown everybody's mind. Now we're going to be like, yeah, if they come out, for example, and just melt someone with a flamethrower, that would have really been impactful for us right now, because we're all waiting for the action. Now it's like, yeah, we already heard about the flamethrower, but still, it's pretty fucking cool. He's melting someone with a flamethrower. But I think it lessens the effect. And I've said this from the beginning, that I think it's genius what Capcom is doing. What they've done with the demo and the finger and slowly releasing information. We have not known a lot about the combat system for a reason. They're trying to build up to that. And this kind of took the legs right out from underneath that. And that kind of sucks. But, they've been kind of building up a bit of a hype over this. And the only reason why I don't have a problem with that hype, because hype can be a bad thing, is because it's coming out in January. The game's coming out soon. So the way that they were doing it, I didn't have a problem with it. If the game was coming out in 2 years, then the hype train would run away and expectations would be too high and that sort of thing. I think they were handling this perfectly, and that kind of just got fucked. But nevertheless, not that big of a deal. I'm really excited about this. Right now, I want to kick it over to you guys. Let me know what you think about the weapon system, the story, and all of that. What do you think about the leaks? Do you think that it would have been better if this wouldn't have happened and we saw it at Tokyo Game Show? Get vocal down in the comments section below. And if you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be covering everything Resident Evil 7 related, going all the way through up until and after the release. I thank you all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.